The show must go on.
Way so tough with that bad boy tuck. I'ma get it how I'm living, I'ma walk the walk. Outline my lines, I rap through thought.
Yes, hello friends, welcome back to the channel with Football Therapy with me, your host Jan. I hope you're doing well, mate. I really do hope that, and welcome back to Chelsea News. That's right, multiple episodes pulsate throughout the day here on Football Therapy. Because there's so much to react to, and there's so much to talk about. Miguel Delaney of The Independent, or as his friends call him, Migs, I'm not his friend, has written about Mohamed Kudus transfer. Oh, we want to know what's going on with this new attacking midfielder / winger. Is it going to be Kudus? Well, hopefully we'll gain insight with his article. Also, Felix Johnson on Twitter talking about a goalkeeper. And Mark Gurhey, Trevo Chalobah. Oh, so much to get into. Thank you for joining me. I hope you do enjoy the content. If you do, you can let me know simply by clicking like on the video. So, Felix Johnson, young man, connections to Chelsea Football Club, has a big Twitter account and, has gained a following by offering insight from behind the scenes at Chelsea. He's talking about goalkeepers first and foremost. I should probably tell you his handle. It's @FelixJohnson_. So, he says this. Chelsea are looking at goalkeepers. Now, for context, I have myself, or I had mentally just accepted Kepa is the first team goalkeeper. And I'd said in recent videos, I'd assumed this is the case because no massive news has erupted in terms of Chelsea's buying a new first team goalkeeper, excuse me. I'm feeling a little bit gassy because I'm drinking Trip drink, not sponsored. Other drinks are available. So I may start tripping out in a moment and soil myself. Yes, so Chelsea. And also because he's one of the graphics outside of Stamford Bridge. I guess if we buy a new goalkeeper, it doesn't mean we're going to sell Kepa. In fact, I think it'll be really tricky to sell Kepa because of his high wages. But maybe we're just going to get a first choice and he'll be second choice again until we flog him next summer. Let's read on. Poch doesn't like Kepa's distribution and is getting goalkeeping coaches to work on it. I always thought Kepa's distribution was good. His distribution was better than Thibaut Courtois, who's of course maybe on form the best shot-stopping goalkeeper in the world. And it's certainly better than Edouard Mendy's. So the goalkeepers we've had either side of Kepa have been worse at distribution. And we bought him in because of his footballing ability for Sarri ball. I guess maybe what this is referencing is not necessarily his ability to play football, but maybe his long range distribution, like playing it in the channels, maybe getting it to like a Mudryk or someone like that, on the left flank. So he's having goalkeeping coaches work with Kepa to try and develop this, and we're looking at goalkeepers. So Premier League experience is valued, and new goalkeeper targets such as Raya, of course from Brentford, Sanchez, of course from Brighton. I do not want to do any more business with Brighton. And Emi Martinez, of course, of Aston Villa, World Cup winning Emi Martinez, and another player from Argentina. To match our Enzo and our Pochettino. Chelsea also like and have heavily scouted Anatoly Trubin from Shakhtar. Goalkeepers. Let me know what you think about goalkeepers. I've sort of emotionally and mentally kind of made peace with Kepa starting the season. If we get a new goalkeeper, I trust the new goalkeeping coaches, the scouting team, and the new project that want to make Chelsea reborn again. If they're like, nope, Kepa's a problem here, fine, I'll sign off on that, no problem. He has little arms, can't reach the corners of the goal, but I do like Kepa. I wouldn't say, oh yeah, he's one of our better players, even though he had quite a good season last season. He's a bit of a weird one, the Kepa paradox. And maybe we no longer want paradoxical players. We want known quantities of players. And maybe, just maybe, Kepa doesn't represent that. So yeah, let me know your thoughts on that. And let's move on. Before we go over to old Migsy's article, let's stay with another piece of information Felix has tweeted out. This is in reference to the ever-developing Trevoh Chalobah and seemingly Mark Gurhey story. So Chelsea want to sell Trevoh Chalobah and are looking for around 25 million quid. Boom! So yesterday we've reacted to this story, and I pulled out of my behind that we could get 25 million quid for Trevoh. And seemingly, certainly what Felix is reporting is here, that's what Chelsea are looking for. So Inter Milan are interested in Trevoh and have been quoted 25 million from Chelsea. Although the relationship's slightly soured between Inter and Chelsea. So Chelsea are looking at Premier League options. Maybe means Premier League options for replacement or Premier League options for buyers. Because there's a lot of money in the Premier League. And the relationship between Chelsea and Inter souring would probably be a lot to do with some guy called Romelu Lukaku. What the hell's going on with him, by the way? As soon as we get some news on that, I'll update you here on the channel. And even though Andre Onana getting overquoted for him and like some other stuff as well, Lautaro Martinez getting quoted silly money. So the relationship isn't great. So the preferred centre-back target if Trev does go is Mark Gurhey, of course, former Chelsea Academy graduate, who I thought went from the academy straight to the academy to Palace, but no, he had a loan in the Championship for Swansea. They've spoken and he's open to a move, so open to returning to Chelsea. Of course he'd be open to returning to Chelsea because Chelsea's bloody wicked at the moment. It's really exciting. Loads of young players, a really good coach that's amazing at coaching defenders, fullbacks and centre-backs. Gurhey, as a professional, will know that Pochettino is held in such high regard for coaching centre-halves and fullbacks and playing youngsters. He is a defender and a youngster. And Chelsea have got loads of young players around him. So Chelsea haven't asked Crystal Palace yet, but the belief, okay, we'll hold on to this for a second, the price is around 50 million quid. So Chelsea believe they can work down the fee for Gurhey and also have a sell-on clause which brings it down. So Chelsea, if Palace were to sell Gurhey, part of the deal when we sold him to Palace is when they sell him on again, Chelsea get a sell-on clause, so they get a portion of that sale. Now, the quote from that, obviously being the buying club, the sell-on clause just comes back to us and reduces the cost. So that will bring the cost down, as well as maybe negotiating a little bit. Chelsea have thought about Chalobah going the other way to Palace, which could also bring the price down. Chelsea have spoken to Fikayo Tomori, but Gurhey seems the preferred target. Interesting that they've spoken to Tomori, I think. And Tomori's having the time of his life in Milan, winning Scudettos, wearing really sexy kits and doing like cool photo shoots and getting to semi-finals in Champions Leagues and speaking fluent Italian. I don't think he wants to come back. Gurhey is primarily a left centre-back, but Chelsea are aware in his youth days he's played right centre-back and has also spoke to him specifically about this, and he didn't have an issue playing either side. Wow. This is incredibly potent insight from Felix Johnson, explaining a lot of stuff in detail, that Gurhey is open to a return to Chelsea, that he's spoken to Chelsea about which side he'd play on, right centre-back, left centre-back, that he's happy to do so. Chelsea want to bring him essentially to replace Trevoh Chalobah, who's a bit more of a utility player, CDM, right back as well as centre-back. We've spoken about he's done nothing wrong, Trevoh. He's a very good centre-back, but I've said it before, and to reiterate, if you said to me, Jan, you can have one player to just play right centre-back, not a utility player to move around. This guy needs to come in and play one role as a specialist. Do you want Mark Gurhey or do you want Trevoh Chalobah? Footballer-wise, I'm picking Mark Gurhey. Are you? Let me know in the comment section. So 50 million, say Chelsea get that down, bearing in mind they sold Wan-Bissaka for 45 million. If Chelsea get it down a little bit, and also we add the sell-on clause refund to us, maybe, Felix Johnson's quoted this as well, maybe we get Mark Gurhey for £35 million in terms of outlay, and if we sell Trevoh for £25 million, essentially what you're doing is you're swapping Trevoh Chalobah for Mark Gurhey, and you're paying 10 million quid. If you look at it that way, then suddenly it makes sense. Or I think it makes sense. That's my preference. That's my bias towards Gurhey as a player. What do you think? Let me know. But when you break it all down like that, it seems smart business. Maybe. And you could also put Gurhey on a 45-year contract on relatively low wages, as is the norm with Chelsea these days. Right, Miggsy of the Independent. Let's see what he's saying, shall we? Because we all want to know about attackers, goal scoring, assists, dribbling, wiggly dribblers. That's the exciting thing about football, right? Wiggly dribblers. That's what my YouTube channel should have been called. Weird. Chelsea are leading the race for Ajax's Mohamed Kudus, having so far put together a more convincing package than Arsenal. That's a lovely opening sentence of any article, isn't it? Isn't that nice? Shall I read it again? I'll read that last sentence. Having so far put together a more convincing package than Arsenal. Good. The 22-year-old midfielder, well, he's a forward, isn't he, really, Miggs? Has attracted a lot of interest from the Premier League as the Dutch club face up to a sale of series of key players. Well, it's Ajax, bro, that's what happens. Having almost joined Everton last season, Kudus' value has only increased after an impressive World Cup with Ghana. And there is a feeling that Chelsea are able to price Arsenal out of any prospective deal. Oh, I love it. You're going to have it again. Here it is. And there is a feeling that Chelsea are able to price Arsenal out of any prospective deal. Insert meme of Wolf of Wall Street. Fun coupons. Fun coupons. Love it. One of the issues for Mikel Arteta's side is that although they want another midfielder, preferably Kudus, and a right back, they need to sell before any expenditure. To be fair, Arsenal have spent peas. They spent like 200 million already, haven't they? Something like that. Bearing in mind 105 is on Declan, 68 is on our boy Havertz. While the club could yet raise up to £70 million on sales from who? Such as Kieran Tierney and Balogun? In what world does Tierney and Balogun make £70 million in sales? Jesus Christ. That is expected to take time. Well, yeah, it must. Look, if you can get, if your target is 70 million quid for Tierney and Balogun, then you're going to take time. If you do that quickly, I'm very impressed and will ask all kinds of serious questions. This has allowed Chelsea to move ahead, especially as they've already hugely trimmed down their squad with a series of exits. Yeah, we meant loads of P's as well, mate. It's even possible the Stamford Bridge side could bring in two midfielders as negotiations with Moises Caicedo. Well, we said in this morning's video, if you're yet to watch it, go watch. It's about what Pochettino said. He wants at least two. I guess he's thinking Kudus is a midfielder, Cam, and then Moises Caicedo. So yeah, as it stands, Chelsea have been in position to offer more clarity and a price to Ajax and the potential wages for Kudu. The Ghana international could go for around 40 million quid. High profile, exciting young player, 22-year-old, matches Project 2030, scores goals, dude. Registers assists, and is built like a tank, and is positionally versatile, as in like he's comfortable all around the pitch. Not that he has to play different positions, because I'm sort of done with that. But if he has to drop in and fill in for a mate, or if he's just dribbled his way, or tracking back and he's in another part of the pitch, he's comfortable there. His spatial awareness and knowing what's around him is there, rather than being like, oh my god, I'm in left back, what's going on? You know, that kind of stuff. Yeah, 40 million for Kudus. I mean, no one's going to go, that's mental, are they? He's a high profile player. It's relatively, stern transfer fee. But attackers or attacking midfielders cost more money than, for example, CDMs. And we've seen CDMs go for 105 million, and we're being quoted for 100 million right now. So to get a goal scorer for 40 million is quite compelling, exciting, intriguing, and acceptable. Put out to you guys, though. What do you think about Guehi or Trevor Chalobah and 10 million for Mark Guehi? What do you think about Kepa being either coached in terms of his ability up to be the Chelsea number one or be replaced possibly by like a David Raya or something? Tell me what you think about that. And do you think Kudus is the one? He is the one. I like him or Elise, personally. But Cherky would be sick also. I mean, all free. It's very rare, very, very rare in a transfer window where you look at free targets and most of that respective fan base is like, I'd take any of the free. Do you know what I mean? Like, it's always like, oh no, don't get option B and don't even think about option C. A only, but to be like A, B, or C, whatever. I'm happy with either. Or any or. Either or. So yeah, that's a privileged position to be in, provided we actually end up signing one. So, video 2 of 3 today, rounding up, ladies and gentlemen. Please do join the... What could the Yannick subscribers be? My friend calls them the Fanics. I don't like that. So, if you want to be a Fanic, like and subscribe, and I'll see you on the next one. Peace.